Hello everyone, I believe. If you are watching this video, then you must be aware with benefits of Uipath Advanced Certification. Why you need this training. Can you pass exam? Without any training, yes you can. If you have in-depth knowledge, or you are having at least 1 year of full-time experience, then you may pass the exam. But trust me, certification is not so easy. I may sound wrong for the people who are appearing for the exam first time, but ask from those guys who have given 1 or more attempts and planning for next attempts. If we are having Uipath Studio or Orchestrator open in front of us, 99% of us will clear the exam. But this is not the scenario. And here knowledge or experience come into picture. For passing the exam, you have to clear with the corner scenario concept. Or you can say tactical questions, which is having very close answers. Or you can say question will be very basic, but conceptual. In our training, we will cover each and every corner points. Basic but advanced concepts. Now you must be getting confused. How can something be basic and advanced at the same time? Let me give you an example. I am sure all of you must have used for each loop in Uipath, so tell me, what will be output properties of for each loop? Or, what will be the output of for each loop? This is just an example. Now let's talk about when you should attend this training. Being as a human we forget the things. And there is nothing wrong in this. Even sometimes, we forget our bank account password. If you are using it after few weeks or after a month. So I will suggest, if you are planning for certification, take this training just 2 days before, so that while appearing in exam you can remember everything or topics we discussed during our training session. It will be a 6 to 7 hours of training. What is the basic requirement for this training is? Requirement is, you should have basic knowledge of Uipath, because we will cover each and every topic, but only corner scenario or points where we do mistake or we don't focus. Don't worry, by the end of this video, you will understand what I mean by this. Our training is having more than 85% of success rate. We will cover each and every topic from installation to RE framework. Not only for certification, but this training will be also very useful for your interview preparation. So without wasting any time, let's see few examples from our training. Which version of .NET framework is required for Uipath installation? If you will see official documents, it's clearly written version 4.6.1 or great. For business people, which profile of Studio is recommended? Uipath Studio, Uipath Studio X, Uipath Studio Pro. As we can see from the installation screenshot, Studio X is suitable for business. Now moving to next question. You must have used RE framework, so let me ask a question. In RE framework, in which sheet of config file you will define your credentials, asset setting or constant? Now people get confused. Credentials is a type of assets, so it should defined under assets. But if you will look official documents, it's clearly written that credentials should be defined under setting tab. Moving to next one. What will be the output of for each loop if we will open Studio and take for each activity? We can clearly see in 32 is the output up for each loop. Moving to next one. What is difference between set text and type into activity, which support background execution by default, which can auto empty the field by default, which activity have alter if disabled property? If you will see a official document of set text, it says set text activity by default support simulate type and cannot be changed. It means set text activity support background execution by default, as well as auto empty fields. Here we are not going into details, but in our training program, we will cover each and everything into detail. Moving to next one, which activity will be used to get text, which is not visible on screen? Get text, get full text, get OCR text. Let me show you this by one of example. Here you can see for vendor code, only one vendor code visible on screen. Now let me try get full text activity. Let me indicate on screen. Let me take Make a right line activity. And run it. Let me open output panel. We can see it has captured all hidden vendor code. So answer will be get full text. Moving to next one. We also talk about full selector. Partial selector. By desktop recorder which selector will be generated, by basic recording which selector will be generated. Like this we will also discuss dynamic selector. Fuzzy logic. Look. I am not saying you don't know all this. But problem is that in exam you may be not able to recall it or you get confused, and in this training we will make sure to clear your all concepts before exam so that you can answer with confidence, and as I said, we have more than 85% of success rate. Moving to next, in training we will talk about how to handle error while committing your code to Git. What could be scenario that in which we may get error related to Git. Moving to next, we will also cover RE framework in detail. Here is one example. In RE framework, where you will find set transaction status.xml. Let me open RE framework and show you. Here we can see set transaction status is used within process transaction under try catch. Moving to next. Another example of RE framework. Where should you write dispatcher outside of RE framework or within it? If needed, in which state, or where we should write dispatcher code within RE framework. We will discuss all this concept in our training program. Moving to next example of RE framework. How should stop activity work in RE framework? Moving to next. We will discuss about regex. What will be regex for email address? Or, let's say you have to fetch any specific pattern. We will do multiple example on regex. Moving to next. What will be processing order of queue if deadline and priority both are given? We will understand in which order queue will be processed if both deadline and priority are given by doing practical example. We will also talk about workflow analyzer. Like, how to create custom rule for workflow analyzer. How to make it available only at the project level. We will also discuss about different status of queue by doing various example. It's not possible to discuss each and everything here, so if you need more details, kindly contact on given email address. These are just example. In real training we will cover more than 250 concept. Starting from installation of Uipath to RE framework. I will strongly recommend to go for training because per attempt you have to pay $200 specially for person who is giving second attempt. Because you are aware with difficulty level of exam,